Hi everybody, Craig here. Welcome to episode 10 of my 1.5 versus 6 Age of Wonders 3 playthrough series. In this series, I'm playing against a team of 6 Emperor AI, although I do have one AI teammate on Lord difficulty. In this series, I'm playing as the Goblin Rogue, Gnulsa Nightstar. In our last episode, we had a few things go our way, and we also had a few things that didn't go our way. Probably the most notable of the things that didn't go our way is that we actually lost the city, or I guess the town here of Hamlet. Unfortunately, the roaming units that came at us from the Shadow Realm were able to take over the city. We killed off the Wisp, but sadly there's still a Spirit Elemental, so we're going to have to muster a force to reclaim the town here. And I'm kind of doing that. I've got a Brew Brother here that's kind of the start of that stack. And then in the city of Lilac here, I'm producing a Night Watch. And I'll also probably make like a Jester or something else. Either that or maybe an Adventurer or something to just kind of round out the stack. And that way I'll at least have an army I can try and take that back. We did have a few things go our way though, as we're continuing to expand. Gnulsa really made progress, just kind of clearing structures and moving along. We've been able to recruit a few extra units, although nothing to really write home about, except maybe this Hunter Spider baby, who obviously we might be able to evolve. But we also made some progress, I believe, in the Shadow Realm as well. So Nero did well and then got himself into a bit of a conundrum here, where it looks like we're going to come under attack from some units, and we're not really positioned in a very optimal way here. So we're going to have our work cut out for us. But let's get into this episode. Although before I do that, I did just want to give a couple of quick shoutouts to a few individuals who left some fantastic comments on the previous episode. The first of those comments is from Lance Fair. Lance had a couple of observations here. Notably, Lance pointed out that I actually haven't yet put Spiritual Freedom on Edinburgh, despite the fact that I've been using Edinburgh to produce units. So again, just to remind everybody, Spiritual Freedom is the Keeper of the Peace spell here. You can see that it's effective on Lilac, and what it does is any units produced in that city are dedicated to good and end up with Meditate, which means that the unit will get a random buff every battle. And there's kind of a list of different buffs that they can have, but it's actually pretty useful. So that's one that I should do. I should definitely throw that onto my city here. Lance also pointed out that, just a good reminder here, Brew Brothers can heal undead. So keeping Lilac around and having it produce lots of Brew Brothers is going to be useful for me. And that's because I actually have not one, but 2 Necromancer heroes. So I have Volinara here. And then I also have in the Shadow Realm, as I already kind of checked on, I have Nero. So importantly as well, Nero is an Arc Lich, meaning that he'll turn units into undead ghouls once they're in his stack. So in particular for Nero, it would be nice to have some extra healing in the form of Nourishing Meal, which remember can heal undead and living units. I'd actually tried to send Nero a Brew Brother a number of episodes back for that exact reason, and unfortunately the same roaming units that took the city here actually killed off the Brew Brother while I was sending it over. So good reminder there from Lance. Lance also mentioned that I should probably think about sending Nero back to the Shadowgate area where he entered the Shadow Realm, and I could actually use Nero then to clear out this spawning structure to keep my cities safe. And I'm actually kind of thinking that that was going to be the plan anyway. There's actually a number of reasons for it. So first of all, once we've kind of finished up here, and ideally I want to get Nero to level 7. That would be the main goal. Once he's at level 7, we're going to have Greater Reanimate Undead, and as you might have noticed, and I think I've talked about previously, there's a tomb right here, and then there's another tomb over here. And so we can go raid those tombs and try to basically recruit some undead units. Hopefully we can get like a Deathbringer or a Bone Collector, something like that would be really useful. And then additionally, we can try and, well, we can obviously clear out this spawning structure, which is just another problem for us. And then we can also try and clear out this Forgotten Throne once we're strong enough. And I think last episode I talked about how powerful this could be if I can actually build it in, once I bring this dwelling into my domain. And the reason for that is because if we look at the Ancestral Boneyard upgrade it provides, we can get an Elder Bone Dragon, which would be really cool and would go very well with our undead stacks. So again, lots of reasons to send Nero back, and I'm going to do that. So really good point there from Lance. The next comments here are from Insert Username. Insert pointed out that human assassins can swim, so that could be really useful for me. I think in Edinburgh I was working on... let me see, I think I was working on... Yeah, I was considering building a rogue's palace here in the near future, which would give me access to human assassins. And they can swim, so that's actually kind of nice for their mobility. Another thing that Insert pointed out is that both Bard and Succubus units are support units. And this is relevant because, as you can see here, Edinburgh actually is very close to having this Forbidden Sanctum in the domain of the city, and that would allow us to build the Altar of Bound Souls. The Altar of Bound Souls means that produced support units have +1 resistance and resurgence. So we could have an army of succubi that all have resurgence and extra resistance. So that would be super powerful. So really, really good point there from Insert. The next comment here is from Arch Redbeard, excuse me. Arch Redbeard pointed out that it's probably not worth using Scoundrels in his opinion, even with the Corrupted Killers upgrade where you can try to evolve them. Arch's rationale for it is basically that it just takes too long. By the time you've got them leveled up and evolved into lesser Shadowstalkers, and then the lesser Shadowstalkers evolved into full-fledged Shadowstalkers, you're probably going to have access to Shadowstalkers in general. So not really necessarily worth it in his opinion. And it's also probably better to try and distribute the experience that you're going to be kind of focusing on those units and trying to get them to evolve. It's probably better just to focus that on your heroes. And I kind of agree with Arch there. I think that's actually a pretty good observation. I generally try to do that as well, where I try to accumulate the XP to my heroes. Arch also pointed out that the AI is kind of sucks at negotiating and dealing with water battles. So that means that my stack of boat units here, which, again, this is one of the first times where I've ever really gotten to use boats, so I'm quite excited to do it. Arch was basically saying I'm going to have a lot of fun with them and be able to kind of just decimate in these aquatic battles, so I'm really looking forward to that. Arch also pointed out that, and this goes with what Insert was saying, I had lamented last episode that unfortunately Edinburgh probably wasn't going to be able to grow any further to get the Forbidden Sanctum, as it's already a metropolis and we have a stone wall and an observatory. However, we don't yet have a palace. And if I can get a palace, that will expand the domain one further, and I can get that Forbidden Sanctum and we'll be off to the races. So good points there from Arch. The next set of comments here is from Ahmed Sultan. Ahmed actually disagreed with Arch and provided kind of a rationale and some of his experience as to why he actually likes to use Scoundrels and use the Corrupted Killer research upgrade to basically then try to evolve them. And Ahmed actually provided an example where he was playing a game where basically he had a stack of Scoundrels that he had then developed into lesser Shadowstalkers and eventually into full Shadowstalkers. And this gave him a big edge in the game. But he noted, and the sort of the caveat is, you have to get Corrupted Killers upgrade early, and you have to kind of focus on doing it. And in my case, I haven't really done that, despite, having the option, I didn't really do it. So for me, I think Arch is probably right that it's not going to necessarily be that useful. But I appreciate Ahmed providing a different kind of opinion and a different look at it, because it does have utility. It's just you kind of have to decide which strategy you're going to use. So thank you to both Arch and Ahmed for providing their sort of different opinions on it. I really I like having that, kind of seeing both sides of it. That's actually very, very good. A comment here from Albtrom. Albtrom just left a comment and a link to a video explaining about power creep. And Albtrom was kind of lamenting the power creep that we see with expansions, in particular how Keeper of the Peace is so powerful when it comes to recruiting vassal cities. And I do agree with Albtrom. The video is actually a nice little explanation of what power creep is, and to try and sum it up, and hopefully I'm getting this right, but the concept is basically that when a game is initially released, you're going to have sort of a set balance and whatever, and then as you release additional expansions and additional content, there tends to be this sort of accumulation of more and more power that makes the old stuff obsolete or less powerful by comparison. And you can kind of see that with a lot of games expansions. And again, I'm a little biased because I love playing as the Necromancer class. So I do kind of think that in some ways, some of the expansion classes and specializations are quite powerful in Age of Wonders. But I don't think it's outlandishly powerful or absurdly unbalanced or anything like that. So, but I do like that Albtrom explained that via the video. So thank you for that. And then finally, a comment from Samuel Otosh. Samuel had suggested that, in future series, I might consider trying out some scenarios. And this is something I've actually never really done. Again, I've put hundreds of hours into Age of Wonders 3, and I've always just kind of done the random map battles like what you see in most of my playthroughs. So that could be a interesting option for the future, is trying some of the pre-made scenario content. So again, big thank you to everybody for the excellent comments. And let's dive into this episode, because I'm just itching to really get into this one. So okay, let's see where we were. We had a lot of join offers, and we have an absolutely, we have a ton of gold. Let's just say that. I'm not gonna, I was gonna say, oh, this is almost ridiculous, but you know what? I'm very happy to have that much gold. So I think what we'll do instead here, with Edinburgh, I think we will kind of pursue the palace. So let's do a Master's Guild. And once we have that done, we'll do probably the baths, and then the Great Temple. And then we'll have to do a hospital as well. And then we can try and get the palace. So that will be really good there. Let's see what else we have going on. We have to pick our research choice, so let's do that. Okay, we've got some choices here. Bolster. Your units do not suffer from morale penalties until the end of combat. That's, it's good, but I don't think it's super useful. I honestly kind of think I'd rather just start working on Shadowstalker at this point. Yeah, I'm just kind of thinking here. Because Shadowstalkers are extremely powerful. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to start working on them. And then that's done, and I can start then focusing on other spells and upgrades. Alright, so we can start casting a spell as well. We don't have enough for Spiritual Freedom this turn, but we could do an Iron Grip or summon a Crow, so we'll keep that in mind. And let's just make sure that we haven't, that we've moved everybody. I think we more or less have, but I just want to double check that. I think there might be some units we haven't finished moving. Okay, we're just kind of panning around here. Yeah, there's Beneaths. We've done work with Beneaths here. We did have our Naga unit moving in to try and eventually join in with Beneaths, which would be great. And then let's see what else we have. Okay, yeah, we have units down here. We're building a little bit of an army to guard our city and to also combat the undead and then try and clear out the necromantic circle, which is pestering our city, as you can see. Okay, we did have our scout, so let's grab the extra population here. There we go. And then now we can decide where do we... Ooh, and here's an independent. We've met the outpost of Aryan Dar. Let me know when you want to talk. And you know what? We have so much gold. Let's do it. We'll sign the peace treaty, open the borders, and in a couple of turns, they will want to be our vassals. So, not too shabby there. And then we'll just keep moving here as long as we can. Ooh, and there's a spawning structure down there. We'll have to watch out. Again, we want to see if we can maybe find some additional treasure or just keep trying to gain additional vassals. Let's do Issel's production here. So, unfortunately, Issel is being harassed by these roaming units, so we might want to eventually produce some additional units there to assist, but I think for now we have enough to guard the city, so let's do a Builder's Hall just to improve our production capability, which at the moment is kind of low. And then that's going to do it for our turn. So now, let's decide, do we want to maybe summon another scout? Perhaps maybe underground and keep trying to wrangle up some extra vassals? Or do we need it to maybe defend one of our cities, perhaps? Yeah, this situation is really not good. So my guess is what's going to happen is this little army is going to move down and attack me. And what's going to happen is they're going to attack probably the Pony Rider and drag this stack in. But Nero is going to get left behind, and Nero is the one I need in that battle to keep my undead units functional. So this ended up being kind of a poor decision on my part. So I suppose I could summon the Crow just to provide an extra bit of help down here. And you know what? That's maybe not the worst idea. I think maybe I'll do that. And again, I hate doing this, but because I want to use these as scouts. But what I'll do, I'll throw the crow in there just to have a little bit of extra help in case we get attacked there. And then I'll use the crow to keep scouting off this direction. I think that's what I'm going to do. I suppose something I actually could do here, well, I've got the movement. Might as well make contact with whatever this is. So it's some dragons, I think. We will negotiate. Oh, wow, they want to become our vassal right off the hop. Absolutely. That's amazing. Okay, fantastic. Holy, and this one has not one but 2 ancient ruins in the domain. That's actually pretty incredible. Not to mention we have this Vault of Knowledge in there. Boy. Okay, well, I'm glad I made contact there. That was great. And then, yeah, what I'll do is I'll keep this crow here. If we get attacked, the crow can help us. Otherwise, I'll send the crow off as a scout. And then with Nero, I'm going to turn around and start heading back towards the Shadow Gate where we came in. So now what I'll do, though, is I will start working on Spiritual Freedom. And I do want to throw that on probably Edinburgh, as was pointed out. So we're going to... You know what? Let's just take a quick peek, though. Are there any of these that we maybe want to bring in? Well, we do have the money. Like Beltheme, as an example, might be one we would consider now that we have our stat kind of in the area. You know, we can start developing. You know what? Yeah, let's do it. I think it's time for you to join my empire. So we now have Beltheme. I hate going below that 1,000 because we lose some of the morale boost we get from that, but... or happiness boost, I guess. But I think it's going to be nice because we can start developing Beltheme here. So we'll first start with a Builder's Hall. And then, yeah, we're going to end our turn right there. Now, hopefully we don't get attacked by roaming units now that I've just cleared this, cleared out all the defenders that were there when it was a vassal. Boy, though, I'm so excited to start using these boats. I really, I'm looking forward to just doing some of these aquatic battles. And I really desperately want to clear out these spawning structures. Like, for example, we've got the pirates here. And then we've also got the pirates over here somewhere, right here as well. So threatening a lot of our major cities. It would actually be nice to have, like, 2 stacks of boats to be able to kind of have, you know, a task force that can go kind of one direction and another one going the other way. Sort of like a rapid response squad or whatever for clearing out this aquatic stuff. Not to mention there's tons of resources available for, you know, clearing out all these different aquatic treasure structures and whatnot. So I think it will continue to pay dividends for me down the road. All right. And the nice thing, too, about having Volinara up here, we were able to actually clear out a couple of structures to actually aid our AI ally here. So we cleared out these 2 mana nodes, improving her mana income a little bit. And we can also, you know, just kind of be in the vicinity so that if we're needed, you know, we can be there to kind of help. But what I'm probably going to do with Volinara is send her up to join in kind of with Beneaths up here and start helping clear out stuff around my new High Elf city. And we can start pushing gently north. Something else that would be nice would be to go clear out this Haunted Boneyard eventually. If Volinara can get to level 7, that would be actually exceptional, as then we can try and recruit some powerful undead via that. So, as I've said before, if any of you have watched any of my Necromancer playthrough series, you'll know just how much I love using that Greater Reanimate Undead approach to gain some powerful undead units. Alright, so the Independents are moving now. Hopefully we don't come under any grievous attack here, but I suspect we will. Oh, I hear things moving around. We've had a domain invasion at Issel. Oh, and I saw a bone wyvern there. Okay, there it is. So we're gonna continue to run away until we have at least one more unit to be able to defend ourselves against these lost souls. So we're just gonna run and hide. And again, due to the limited mobility and lack of ranged attack, we are going to be just fine. That being the limited mobility and lack of ranged attack of the Lost Souls, I should say. Okay. One more turn and we should be in the clear. Very nice. Okay, well, we're keeping that city in our control, and once we have a couple of units there and we can start defending. Okay, nice. So it looks like we didn't get attacked in the Shadow Realm, which is great, because that means we can regroup, and I don't need to worry about the crow being in the stack. Instead, I can actually go off and, do some scouting, which is kind of what I wanted. So we'll send the crow off like this. Ooh, and there's some gold. Let's go grab that. And we can make contact as well. This another... Okay, this is a... I think it's an Archon dwelling. I'm not 100% sure. Before I do that, though, let's... I just noticed that we have a hero offering to join us. Oh my gosh, another... Oh my gosh, we have a Necromancer that wants to join us at our Archon Revenant dwelling. That's hilarious. Okay, well, let's take a look. I mean, again, I wasn't really planning on this being a Necromancer hero playthrough where I'm the rogue with all these Necromancers, but if that's how it's going to be, I'm not going to complain about that. Let's take a look at Zang the Hellspawn's talents here. So, Halfling Necromancer, Explosive Death. So if Zang is killed, that's actually kind of unfortunate because Necromancers eventually can get Undying, and this will kind of cancel that out. So that's a little bit of a shame, but let's see if there's anything else. I think that might really be the only notable kind of thing about the hero is this Explosive Death. Oh, I guess it does have Inflict Scorching Heat, which is kind of cool. Other than that, though, yeah, you know what? We're going to accept the hero. And the main reason is because look at where we are. We're right in the Revenant dwelling. And so we can rapidly produce... We can do this and we'll have some Archon Revenant casters and, we can basically start producing some units if we really wanted, which is fantastic for us. We could even rush this. It's only going to cost us 70 gold and minus 100 happiness, but the city is already very happy because of the Iron Grip that we have on it. So if we wanted, you know what? Let's see, what would that do to us? So, yeah, we're still happy, so... Why not? I think we'll do that. We'll hurry the production, and then that way we can get this hero a little bit of an army going, and we can proceed from there. So for now, we'll leave the hero there just for maybe a couple turns, and then we'll build an army for Zang here. That's actually really, really cool. Oh, hang on though. Before we do anything else, let's do some upgrades here. So we'll do Lesser Reanimate Undead and Protection from Light. Those are good first upgrades there. And then we're going to save the rest of our points for when we get to level 5 so that we can get Bane of the Good and what's the other one? Control Undead. Those are the two I usually like to get at level 5. Okay, we had an item arrive. Nice. Okay, now Volinara has an extra ranged attack there. Shock Bolts. That's good. And of course, Issel suffered a domain invasion. The units kind of just moved on through, so we won't worry too much about that. Nice. Okay, we finished another galleon in Umboku, and we're just going to keep doing that. We're going to this is going to be our galleon workshop Umboku for now, because we really need the boats. So we'll head over here and grab the treasure, and then I think maybe what we'll do is we'll kind of loop around this way and go up here. So we'll try and kind of head that way. So yeah, that's pretty much exactly what we're going to do. We're just going to do this. There we are. On our way through, we can clear out this structure, the Raging Maelstrom, and then I think we can go under this bridge here and head straight for the structure there. So that'll work out quite well for us, I think. Okay. As for the galleon here, maybe we'll start making that second stack, and we can send that stack, you know, up north or northeast, I guess, kind of to clear stuff out up that way. So, yeah, I think for now we'll tell that unit to just chill out. All right, so our undead, or I guess Nero and his stack, what should we do? Well, okay, let's make contact like we were planning here. Okay, there we are. Open borders. Oh, okay, so this is... Yeah, this is the living Archons want to be our friend. So we will do open borders and a peace treaty, absolutely. And then let me know when you're ready to talk, and we can perhaps make them our vassals. So we'll grab that gold. Very nice. And then we'll keep this scout moving on through, and we can try and find additional vassal cities, or additional, you know, opportunities to make additional vassals, I should say. So then what we'll do is we'll head up, and we want to clear out this spawning structure while we're in the neighborhood. So we'll head up that way. I suppose something else we maybe could have done is cleared out these ancient ruins, but we'll work this way. Now, we are in kind of rough shape, so we have to be a little bit careful, but I think we'll be just fine. So I think we'll throw the heal on our pony riders here. Actually, you know what? We'll throw it on the cadavers because they are in very rough condition. And our wyvern, we're going to just retreat back a little bit. There we go. Well, that's perfect. Okay, so we barely took any damage there. That's excellent. So we can step up behind the larva here, do a nice flank kill. Very good. And then as for the harvester, Nero can just kind of retreat back and do a little bit of throw chicken action there. That limits the movement quite a bit. And now we can just kind of gather the rest of our units here for the counterattack. Okay, going after my little cadavers, kind of as expected. Yeah, you know what? Let's use the Grimbeak Crows here to just turn the unit around. And the reason I want to do that is because I want my cadaver to go and eat this corpse and get some health back. Very nice. Okay. So now we want to just inflict some punishment on this harvester, so let's do that. Oh, and a level up. There we go. So Nero is now level 7. That's exactly what we wanted. Another flank shot there. And then what we'll do is we'll build up a charge here. Do some big damage, and then get the kill with our wyvern. Fantastic. Very nice. Okay. Melody of Obvious Harmony. I think I'm going to sell that for gold because I just don't think it's going to be all that useful for me, really. So we will sell that one off. We're going to do an upgrade on Nero here. So here it is. Greater Reanimate Undead. This is the one I've been waiting for. You can see here that target corpse of an undead unit is raised under your control and heals 50% health. Units of any tier can be brought back. And importantly, the units that I bring back with this don't have to be in my control. They can be any target undead corpse. So that's how I can gain an undead unit on my side, basically. So we will grab Greater Reanimate Undead. And then, now, maybe something else. We might want to do Inflict Despair. And that's going to be for later once we end up with Ghoul Curse. Inflict Ghoul Curse, because we want to try to have Spirit Weakness. That would probably be useful for us. Additionally, we could work on our spell casting, which wouldn't be so bad. Yeah, you know, I'm actually kind of liking that idea, the spell casting. Because I think we have some spells we haven't really been able to use, like Dark Gift. Yeah. So you know what? Let's maybe do that. Maybe we do a bit of the spell casting here. Stiffen Limbs is a great one, actually, for Necromancers as well. That's a really good spell to have. Lifesteal's never a bad choice. And yeah, as I said, Inflict Despair and Exploit Despair are quite powerful. Yeah, lots of good choices here. Obviously, when we get to level, I think it's level 9, if I'm not mistaken, we get access to Inflict Ghoul Curse. Either that or it's level 11. I always get that mixed up. So we'll just have to keep that in mind, that we don't want to spend all our points at level 8. And again, throw curse isn't so bad either. Because if it is successful, the unit has -2 resistance, which is pretty powerful as well. Makes them more susceptible to Ghoul Curse. So really lots of good options. I don't really know if there's necessarily even sort of a quote-unquote bad option for the level up here. I think we'll go with additional casting points for now. Okay. So that's going to more or less do it for Nero. We're going to just head back this direction. And now that we're level 7, we're just going to keep kind of gaining experience on our way back. And then we're going to try and raid the tomb back here and head on back towards that Shadow Gate. Okay, so we'll jump back to the surface here, and we're going to check out our hero up this way. You know what? Let's grab those haste berries with this unit, and then we can basically just start heading over here. So there we go. Now, as for Beneath's and Beneath's stack, it would be great to clear out this watchtower so that we have better vision around here. So we'll do that quick. All right. We can use our Eagle Rider to do the wing beat that we always kind of do. I think that's probably what we'll do here. We'll fly in behind, drop a wing beat. Oh, and look at that with the benefit charge. That's actually devastating. And then we can get the kill here. Very good. And then probably get the kill here as well. Yeah, we'll do this. That way we don't have the range penalty. The mosquito darts don't suffer line of sight or range penalties, so we'll do some extra damage there. And then our dwarven crossbowmen can get the finish. Nice level up for them as well. And our priest can step on over and just throw on a Bestow Iron Heart because we can. And then we'll let this unit come to us and dish out some extra punishment here. Okay, there's some pretty good damage. A little bit more. And crossbowmen can join in the fun. And then our Eagle Rider can probably just get the kill. Yep, excellent. All right, so now we've got this watchtower. That's going to improve our vision range dramatically. You can see now the Fog of War is kind of lifted a little bit more. Or, like, not the actual, the cloud cover here, but the area that you can't quite see what's going on unless you have something in the area. So, just nice to have a little bit more vision around there. And then I think we'll head up and start trying to clear out the inn. And then, obviously, the trading post as well, so we can get that extra gold income eventually, which will be very nice to have access to. So, yeah, we'll just head in here. Very nice. Okay. So then let's check out Volinara now. So we were heading up this way just to see if all these structures had been cleared, and it looks like this one hasn't. So we'll head over, see if we can maybe assist with this one. And we've got ourselves a Brew Brother heading up to join in with Volinara here. So now let's do this. We have to be kind of careful. These dwarves are going to be tough customers, so we do have to be mindful. Alright, so now, which unit wants to be our kind of upfront tank? Probably our long swordsman. Although our deep guard wouldn't be a bad choice either, necessarily. Although I think the Axeman probably has... Oh no, I was going to say he might have Overwhelming or Overwhelm. But, doesn't look like it. So, I think what we'll do is we'll do this. We'll throw on Nourishing Meal. Yeah, there we go. Big health buff. And then we'll start blasting. Excellent. And then we'll step up with our deep guard like that. Let's see, what kind of damage could we maybe do here with our Necromancer if we wanted. Hurt the Forge Priest. I'm expecting that the Forge Priest is just going to go for a heal, a self-heal, but we'll have to see. Yeah, there it is. Okay, yeah. Kind of what I expected, so that's not so bad. All right, so now let's see if we can maybe help out some of our units that are in the fight here a bit. So we'll assist our beleaguered swordsman who's in tough against these axemen. And here's a good opportunity to do some damage and try for the dazzled effect. Nice, and we got lucky here. So that axeman now will not have any retaliatory attacks if we go in and hit him. So that's actually really, really nice. Ooh, you know what? We can do some big damage here. Let's do this. And then what we'll do is we'll get the kill like this. There we go. Meanwhile, our Deep Guard probably just want to keep in defense to be safe. Yeah, I think that's going to be the play there. I'm a little concerned about our archers. Yeah, there we go. It's... Oh, lucky, but we're going to lose them. Yeah. I should have known better. Yeah, that was my fault. Those jesters are fairly squishy, so I need to make sure I'm protecting them properly. Alright, let's... Okay, we have to do a little bit of fighting here. Thankfully, again, they can't retaliate against us at the moment, so... This is actually a good opportunity for me to step off like this and then do, yeah, some big damage here. So we'll blast the Axeman for some big damage and then get the kill with our Deep Guard. Now we're going to be able to at least get ourselves a Cadaver, which is very nice. The Deep Guard tanking a ton of damage there. Ooh, you know what? We might actually need to retreat back a little bit, because we can move in and get the kill, but yeah, I don't know. I think we're actually going to have to kind of retreat back a little bit. Oh, you know what? You know what we can do though. Okay, never mind. We'll do... If we kill this Forge Priest, we can then summon a Cadaver next to it and attack the other priest. Yeah, alright. I mean, the only danger here is that we're going to get in that situation where we're not going to do enough damage, and the priest can step off and then blast us, and we're going to probably lose the Deep Guard now. Yeah, not necessarily the wisest choice. We'll do a little bit more damage there. Yeah, I think we're going to probably lose the Deep Guard, unfortunately. Yep. Yep. I saw that coming a mile away. That was... And unfortunately, these aren't dead units. That was... Again, that was a rookie mistake on my part. And I knew it was coming, and I did it anyway. That was pretty silly of me. Well, we want the experience probably with Volinara, so... Get the kill there. Yeah, very good. Level up. It's actually kind of tricky when you have a Necromancer leading a stack of living units, because obviously you get the most bang for your buck when the Necromancer is leading undead units. Not saying it's not useful, just that... Just something you have to consider. Ooh, okay, yeah, I want this item. Infused Ice Water of Frostling Formulae. Mythical usable item, gives Frost Breath. So it turns you into almost like a dragon. That's pretty cool. We will keep that here with Volinara. And then we have a Mind Control Immunity Shield, which... I mean, we don't have anything else with her, so... Oh, and you know what? I forgot that Volinara has Resurgence. I actually should have used that to my advantage in that battle. That would have been... that would have been smarter of me, but... Yeah, dang it. Oh, well. I would have been able to save some of those units. Oh, well, though. Thankfully, they were just tier 1. I mean, unfortunately, though, she's in a position where it's going to be hard to kind of reinforce her, but... I think we'll be okay. So, now the question is, what do we want to do? I think we'll just group up and chill for now, and then we'll kind of figure out what to do moving forward. Let's make contact here. Negotiate. Yeah, sure, we'll sign the peace treaty, and then they can become our vassal in the near future, hopefully. In the meantime, we can do some more exploring. So now, this stack, we want to head over here and raid this ancient ruin with Gnulsa. And then our spider's just going to come along for the ride with us, because again, we want to level that spider up if possible. As for spell casting, we'll throw this on Edinburgh, I think. Yeah, there we go. And then we'll start casting another one, and we'll probably put this one on, maybe on Issel or something like that. Either that, or we'll throw it on over here. We should also get the happiness buffs on these cities to improve their happiness. Iron Grip. That would be a good choice, I think. Now, for production, in Lilac, we're going to need another unit here for sure, as we're building our little army. Of course, this army is going to be fighting with this Spirit Elemental, who, unfortunately, has Fire Protection, Spirit Protection, Frost Protection, Shock Protection. The only thing it has that it's weak to is Blight, which, thankfully, we do some Blight damage because of our Rogue upgrades. So that will actually kind of be helpful, but yeah, we're going to be in tough. Maybe we'll make another Night Watch. Suppose we could do a little bit of scouting. I just don't want this unit getting too far away. You know what? I'm not going to risk it. We're going to keep the spider there. Now, as for our builder we're going to send over to this island over here, and then we're going to get a settler going here very soon. I just have to decide which city I want to make the settler with, basically. I think we'll just park right over here next to our Necromancer for protection, because we don't want the cadaver to just get killed for no reason. And then we can continue exploring over here. Now, we could go above ground, but I'm worried that I'm going to encounter my opponents, and I'm not really ready to do that, so I think we will end our turn there. Yeah, and I'm not seeing any other alliance offers. These are all join offers, which we're not interested in at the moment. So, yeah, I'm a little upset that I blundered that battle with Volinara there and lost those units, but oh well. It certainly does happen. I suppose one of the good things is that we do have now this new city here of Beltheme, so in the near future we'll be able to produce some extra units that we can probably send to augment Volinara if need be. The nice thing, though, is that we have two Brew Brothers here who are going to be able to keep the cadaver alive, so we could actually probably have an army of maybe 2 or 3 cadavers if need be, and we can maintain them with the Brew Brothers and with Volinara herself, of course. Yeah, I'm excited to get Gnulsa over here. There's going to be hopefully lots of things to clear out. And Gnulsa's stack is quite experienced, very powerful. Be nice to have another tier 3 unit in here, or tier 4, but I think once we have this Hunter Spider baby, hopefully we can evolve it into a Hunter Spider queen, and then we'll have another tier 3 unit, which would be very nice. Oh, and I almost forgot, there's a tomb right here as well, so perhaps if Volinara gets strong enough, we could always try and come back and clear this out, but might not be worth going all the way back just for that. We'll have to kind of see. Well, while we're waiting, we'll think about kind of what else we can do here. So for the next few turns, again, I do want to eventually, get these cities going. So one city over here, and then probably throw another city down here as well. I have to decide. So down here would probably be better to be goblins, but over here might actually work out having another halfling city or another race if need be, but probably halflings would be just fine. Putting it kind of right in here somewhere, maybe along the water's edge so we can get access to some of these structures. We'll have to kind of try and be as strategic as possible with where we place the city to try to kind of reap the maximum benefit that we can. Now, I suspect when the independents move, we're going to come under some attack. Ah, yes, there we go. One more time we have to defend our city. All right, real quick, we're just going to retreat back. I'm hoping that once I have the additional goblin half-breed produced, that I will be able to at least kill off the lost souls, but we'll have to see. I don't want to risk it. If I need to produce one more unit, like have 4 units rather than 3, I'll do it just to be safe. But it would be nice to kill off this little stack of units because they are slowing down the growth of the city, which is annoying. So, because we have enemy in domain right in this city, which is hurting it. Okay, we're coming under attack from some shadow demons here. So I'm actually glad I brought my little guy over, this cadaver, to join us so that he's not just a throwaway. Can actually keep him alive for a bit longer. And we're going to drop a big heal on our pony rider. There we go. Crows are kind of in rough shape. This cadaver, I think, will retreat back. All right. So now we can try to kind of orient ourselves for battle here. I think we'll kind of do something sort of like this. We'll let them come to us a bit more here. Oh, and I realized I kind of put myself in a spot where they could hit me. That bombard is a kind of area attack, so maybe not my smoothest maneuver there, but that's all right. And then the bombard we can charge in and get behind to do a nice big flank shot. There we go. We can actually move Nero up and get the kill there. Perfect. Meanwhile, the little larva, we can just charge in with our wyvern and put some work in. Oh, and it's now dazed, so I think it kind of can't really do anything at this point. Yeah, there we go. So what we'll do with Nero is we'll step up and make ourselves another cadaver. And meanwhile, just trying to see who could maybe benefit from some additional experience. I think we'll just move in and get some experience kind of all around. There we go. All right, so another cadaver, which we're going to use as a scout here, I think. And I'm probably going to battle the stack here, the Scoundrel and Assassin, just because they're out kind of running around. Oh, we've gotten better at governing goblins. That's fantastic. Protector. We can either improve our Swarm Darters, which we're really not going to be using much. So Goblin Swarm Darters get plus 10 health. Goblin Irregulars get plus 5. Or all farms in the domains of Goblin cities generate plus 20 gold. I think we'll do the farm upgrade, because we really aren't using Goblin Irregulars or Goblin... I mean, we have some Goblin Irregulars, I should say, but I don't think, like, kind of long-term we're going to be using them much. Ooh, Omen of the Dove. Players cannot declare war. All physical damage is reduced by 3. Well, thankfully we do some blight damage to offset that, so... alright, we'll step up with Nero here, and we'll engage this battle. Again, we just want to get rid of this little stack here, because they're just going to be a nuisance, and it's another chance to get more experience for us, really, so... Might as well take advantage. Alright. So we will heal the cadaver. And then we're going to let them just come closer. Ouch. When our hero taking some punishment. Thankfully, he's okay. I actually forgot about the assassin. That was a bit of a mistake on my part. I forgot just how much damage that assassin can do with that assassin strike, so yikes. We'll head over here and do some big damage, and then we'll get the finish with our crows. Very nice. Meanwhile, over here with Nero, I think we'll just do some big damage here. Very nice. So what is that? Oh, they're plagued by fire. Wow. That's kind of cool. And then we'll get the kill here with our Grimbeak crows. Okay. So yeah, Nero took some punishment, but he's okay. So now we've had Domain Invasion at Issel, Domain Invasion at Bebjun, which is just right here. So we now have 2 Goblin Half-Breeds and the Grimbeak Crow. So I think we could probably handle that battle, but might be best just to get one more unit just to be safe. We can think about that, though. We don't have to do anything just yet if we don't need to. And then, of course, Edinburgh's being threatened still, so we have to watch out for that. Thankfully, we finished the Masters Guild. We now have over 150, which means we can do the public baths in a single turn. So we'll do that. We had a couple items show up, so we had some Greaves show up for Volinara. That's good. A little bit of extra defense for her. And a helmet for Nero, which is really good. +2 defense and Dragon Slayer. That's pretty cool. And this little guy can keep exploring for us while we're in the area. Oh, and look at that. Okay, so we've got what appears to be here spawning structure right there, so we'd have to keep that in mind. Ooh, and there's some gold up there, so let's go that way. Okay. Lots of structures for us to try and clear if we wanted. Let's see, what are we... I don't know if we really want to try that one. Maybe the Ancient Ruin instead. Can't quite make it there this turn. You know, I suppose what we could do is go here, fight the Draconians, and then turn around and fight this if we really wanted. So let's maybe do that. We'll head there. And there. And then what we'll do with these two is we'll use them as scouts. So this one can head up like this. We can actually check what's in here. Okay, Monster Hunter, Berserker, Berserker, Berserker. So we know now. And then this guy, when he gets some movement, we can send him a different direction. So what we'll do here, and again, we're sending Nero back this way, but we're trying to get as much out of this area as we can while we're here. So we'll... You know what? We will do this battle because I want the experience. Healing is kind of becoming a bit of an issue for us, though, as you can see. Because Nero is the only one doing the healing, of course. So we're going to retreat Nero back, and we're going to drop a self-heal, because he is undead after all. Our Gold Wyvern can head out over there. We're going to keep our Pony Rider kind of center stage, and then our Crows can kind of fall back as well. And our Cadaver can step up. Ouch. Yeah, going after our hero. Okay, not entirely unexpected. Let's go for the Raptor here. Nice, okay. good damage. And, oh yeah, we can get the kill, no problem there. Excellent. And then I think between our other units here, we can finish off the rest of what we're facing. There's that. Fly over and get the flank here. And then we can get the flank here as well. Unfortunately, we're going to take some more damage, which isn't so good, but probably going to go for our hero, I'm guessing. Oh, no. Okay, went after the cadavers, which is fine because they can just devour a corpse and get their health back, so that's totally fine. And I don't think Nero... Yeah, it doesn't have any other healing ability, so we will just get the kill with Nero. Very nice. I suppose what I could have maybe done there instead is try and grab another cadaver for more scouting, but there's some gold. Okay, now the question, do we want to try this battle? I mean, I think we can handle it. Our Pony Rider's in really good shape, so let's do it. Okay, now as for who to heal, maybe we'll hold off on healing until we, you know what, we'll keep Nero back just because of the Wisp. Don't want that Wisp causing us any trouble. Oh, and I shouldn't have put my units so close together. The Wisp can disable them a little bit more effectively this way. Not to mention the firebomb there. I forgot about that. Because there's a Draconian Apprentice in the mix. So we'll fly over like this. Do some hefty damage there. Very nice. And then we can step up and get the kill like that. We'll use our Cadaver here to try and lock down the Phantasm Warrior a little bit. Nero can, you know what, step up. Put some work in on the Shadow Elf Apprentice. I want to keep my crows kind of back because I just don't want them getting killed for no reason. Ouch, Nero taking some punishment. But yeah, we're fine. I think Nero's just going to do a self-heal there. Yeah. And then between our other units here, we should be fine. So there's one hit. Nice. Very good. Ooh, Claws of the Prowler. This is a epic leg gear item. +1 defense, improved wall climbing, and pounce. You know, this would be really handy to have once we have Inflict Ghoul Curse, because we could pounce on the unit, do a melee attack, and then end up in defense mode. So I'm actually going to take this. This is really good for Nero. So we'll replace his old boots here. And then let's see, do any of our other heroes need foot gear? Oh yeah, Zhang does, our new hero. So we'll send these off, even though they're not particularly good. We'll send them to Zhang. And then we will look at our upgrade options here. So yeah, we're going to wait until we hit level 9. Because I think it costs 10 to get Inflict Ghoul Curse. But again, I could be wrong. That might be at level 11. I always mix that one up. So, okay, we produced a Barrow at Encinia Res. So now we can actually produce... You know what? Let's do an Archon Caster and then maybe a Revenant Cavalry or something like that and a Legionnaire. We'll basically just start building an army here for our Necromancer. And then eventually we want to get this to the point where we can produce either a Mausoleum or a Throne of Bone. And that's going to be really, really good for us. We're going to have either the Archon Revenant Titan or the Wraith King, both of which are super powerful. So back over to Beb Chun. Yeah, we're going to continue to think about this. I'm still not really sure if I want to try that battle as it stands or if I want to wait. Our hero over here, we can go and clear out this. We can also clear this one out. I think we'll probably head up here first. We'll take on this fight. Okay. What are we up against? Cavalry, Archer, Foot guard, swordsman. So we can afford to play this one a little bit more conservative here. We can kind of sit back, let them come to us a little bit more here. So that's exactly what we'll do. I always love it when they attack the Naga because it's just going to regrowth and get a bunch of its health back. Yep, there it is. Step up here, put some work in, get the kill, very nice. And then you know what, we'll fly in with our Eagle Rider, do some big damage. Very good. And then we will attack like this. Very nice. And then we can step up here, put some additional work in, and then probably get the kill out right here. Oh, maybe not. Okay, I thought maybe we would be able to. No such luck, though. Yeah, we'll do that. There we go. Eagle Rider doing a good job sort of tanking damage over there. Our Slither and our Priest are in a good spot to attack the Archer a little more. Neefs can step over and soften him up, and then our Naga can get the kill. Excellent. All good there. That was a fairly clean battle. Now, can we make it over here? We can. The only problem is I don't think Beneaths can. Beneaths and the rest of the stack. So we'll do that, though. We'll head over there. Let's just take a quick look. Is there anything we'd want? I mean, a Knight wouldn't be terrible. It's kind of expensive, though. I don't know if that's really worth. You know, I was almost tempted to buy the Knight and send it down to Volinara, but I think we'll just make do with what we've got. There's better things I can spend my gold on. Okay, and we have another galleon, so now we have 2. We'll make 1 more, then we'll have another kind of boat stack. While we're on our way by, we will engage this battle real quick, since we're in the neighborhood. So this is one of those ones where I just want them to kind of come to me. Ooh, and did they? I think they might have lined up enough that I can blast. Oh, they did. That's perfect. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to blast. Oh, and we got a critical. That's even better. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and you know what? I actually shouldn't have gone as close as I did. That was a bit of a mistake. It's not going to make a huge difference, but now they're going to be able to attack me, which is kind of a shame. I'm going to take damage that I didn't need to. And so we can step up and do the ram attack. And do a ram attack. Perfect. And there we go. Ooh, and look at this. Keeper Brooch of the Valley. 40% blight protection, forest concealment, and +1 resistance. Thick leaf shield of the optimistic, and some gold. What the heck? You know, this might not be terrible for my new hero. Just to have our new hero have a few items. I think that's maybe what we'll do. All right, and now, yeah, we can keep heading up towards that spawning structure up here. So we're going to be up against some galleon and 1 galleon and 2 frigates. So we will have to be careful. That's actually going to be a pretty tough battle, but I think we'll be fine. And then we have spiritual freedom. We want to throw that on somewhere. Probably throw it on. Okay, we already have it on our goblin city down here. So maybe a good next choice would be over here. And then we can throw the next one on right here, on this city of Belfime. So, yeah, that's going to do it there. Gnulsa over here, we can go and raid this. But you know what? I think we're gonna end this one a little bit early, and we'll save this battle with Gnulsa for next episode. So we'll zoom out here, and we will save it right here. Call this one episode 10. And as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. and I will see you in the next one.